So ultimately, the point, I think, is that if you want things to be ethical, and this is going to sound completely backwards, hire an attorney to do a legal, regulatory, and tax assessment.
Nice plug.
Yes, I like that.
We're not attorneys, so it's a
No.
nice plug.
Yeah,
Constantine is.
yeah,
I know. I'm
yeah,
saying Omnistruct is
yeah,
not an attorney.
yeah. But I think you make a really important point. I mean, what I've seen in the last few years is that there's this really, as you were saying, trying to shift the risk, but also increasing demands, especially on the mid and smaller size companies. Don't get me into trouble. When the power is on the other side, they're requiring GDPR compliance, compliance with Nist, various Nist frameworks. Why? Because they're the ones that are going to own the breach ultimately if they're subcontracting to you. And so they don't want you dragging them into a problem. And so what I've seen is that what's driven the conversation more powerfully than, and George, you mentioned this, regulation is you want to make revenue, you're going to have to do certain things in order to make sure that your business partners have confidence in you. Otherwise, you're going to go somewhere else. Now, they are, as you point out, in the middle of like not getting any commitments from the big tech companies, but having expectations on the other side from their customers. So it leaves them with the responsibility. You can't offload this by contract to have the right cybersecurity, privacy, AI governance in place. Let's go back to the gold rush kind of analogy in the bodies by the side of the road. Because what is happening is the ground is shifting underneath many companies' feet. How many of those big tech providers are suddenly going, I want to monetize your data? Your payroll information is really interesting. The feature I'm offering you is AI baked into your payroll. But why are they doing that? Because they want to scrape the data. They want the value of the information. And suddenly you've got to go be wondering, are they going to be using this to educate my competitors as to my salary structures? Am I putting my employees at risk? What is happening with the information? And this is the contracting question we keep asking when we talk about AI. Is my data going to train your model? And are you going to now exploit that? And why am I not getting the benefit of my data?